happy Wednesday. I hope everybody's having a great midweek. Today we'll talk about my favorite topic, Russia. So what is happening in Russia? Sergei Shoigu, the defense minister of Russia, announced building a new base in Crimea. The details about the base is classified, but let's go over some details about it and the location and see what it is going to do and what is the purpose of the base. Of course, like I said, there's not much available in open source pertaining to the new base, but here what I think, and this is what the logistics would be. Well, Crimea obviously is a strategic location, but let's analyze everything. There's 8,000 kilometers between Moscow and Washington, D.C. It takes Russian Topol-M or Minutemen to reach each other within 20 minutes. So let's say there's a launch and the attack, it takes 20 minutes. It is imperative to know when the rocket starts flying, so it is possible to prevent the attack and actually offset it and everything like that. So let's look at the further details of all of this. Right now, what Russia has CRL, which is actually Voronezh, which has been around for a while, and Voronezh has certain capabilities. For example, it can observe 6,000 in length and 8,000 in height. It can rotate with 250 degrees. So even though it provides a great overview, and so in this point it can basically know about 3 to 4 minutes in, let's say for example if Minutemen was released, let's say from North Dakota, Wyoming or Colorado. And the earliest you know that there's been a launch, the quicker you can set up and offset it happening, so obviously towards the attack of happening. I'm not saying that US and Russia will have it, but nevertheless, for strategic reasons, this is what those bases and systems are for. So given that, Russia has been developing a new one. And the new one is supposed to be YAHA. It is very classified, there's not much information available. But however, given the prototypes that were shown in different exhibits, which didn't have that much detail, but the analysis can come, it's going to be 2,000 kilometers. So that means from 6,000, the length will go to 8,000. And from 8,000 in height, being able to observe, it will go to 10,000. So this is a big difference there. Additionally, given the trajectory, and it's also going to have 270 degrees where observance can happen. And nevertheless, what it would actually mean is that the system will actually be able to detect, let's say, Minutemen being launched from the time it actually just gets released in the air. So basically, it gives quite a few minutes. So basically speaking, given that, like I said, the information is classified, I'm assuming it will be about a minute, within minute 20 seconds that Russia will know, let's say, the US sent the rocket against and will be able to thwart it much better. The reason Crimea is a strategic location is based on geographical positioning. At this point, this is going to be the first base of its kind with the new technology, and the new technology will allow it to do that. However, there's certain flaws because it cannot cover everything, and the new system will able to look over the horizon because obviously it is pretty simple. You know, Earth is round. I'm not going to get into debate over that one. And given that, but it still won't cover everything. It will cover everything, but it will not cover, for example, fully China, Japan, Canada, and it will only cover parts of the US. So that is why after the Crimea, the second base is expected to be built by 2025 in Chukotka region, which is northern point. In that case, it will cover China, Japan. It will cover also everything to do with US all the way to Mexican border, Canada, North Pole, and everything has to do with that. So this would be the reasoning behind this base is being built. The new technology also, and given the fact that the new YAHA will be better, you would not have to build as many fence type of style technology, put it in layman terms, because I always try to do my videos in simplistic terms for everybody's audience. I don't get into too many scientific or defense terminology, but that's basically it's best that I can explain it in layman terms, because the way those things, there's like a huge type of mesh. You could actually imagine it's like a fence. It's not really a fence, but it is a mesh wiring that is being built. And this is how those systems look around, and that's how they work, and this is how those bases operate specifically for that reason. So basically, the main reason of this base is to know and detect as fast as possible when there's possible attack being launched. And once they know the attack is launched, they have enough time to prepare to thwart the attack from happening. So this is why YAHA will be so important, because like I said, CLR Voronezh is pretty good, but it did have its flaws, and especially with the angle, as I said, 250 to 270, 20-degree angle is a big difference when you're looking into from that type of trajectory. Also, the differences in, as far as the length of how far that could actually be taken is a big difference as well too, because the more you can observe and the more that system can analyze and circle around to understand that, the better the chances are. So this is basically what is going to be happening with Crimea, and the reason why, because Crimea location is given the certain kilometers from certain points and reaching over the horizon on a specific trajectory, it would actually make it quite convenient. It would make sense to do it. However, Europe should be a little concerned too, and those systems are meant for sporting only, but nevertheless, Russia will have better technology, and it will also have NATO member nations, and also besides putting those systems, that base I'm sure will have additional technology as well. Right now, Russia has 10 CLR stations being deployed across Russia, so right now it covers pretty much almost the whole Russian borders and everything like that as far as being to detect and thwart the attacks. Additionally, Russia has a new technology that's been implemented and started working last year, where they actually can break any type of signal across Russia if anybody's entering. That's why there were previously complaints around Crimea when the ships were going, they were losing internet signal, and that way their navigation was pretty much not working. But now with the new technology, and I think Crimea will add additional ones, there will be another station built that will completely black out the signal around the whole area of Crimea. And if now, for example, Navalny's video, Kremlin's palace, which again, I'm not going to get into, he owns it or doesn't own it, it's that area which is Krasnodar and Gelendzhik, which is actually on the Black Sea, it's a little bit further from Crimea area, they're expected to have another CLR put in there, but it will be smaller. Obviously that will be just a mesh and a smaller system deployed there. It's not going to be a full operational base like it will be in Crimea. So anyways, what does everybody think? Please click like, please subscribe to my channel. Of course, I would love to discussion about it. Obviously, if anybody wants to talk further as far as specifics and anything to do outside of layman terms, I'm always welcome to that discussion as well, and would love to discuss it actual from the physics angle and everything like that, which I absolutely love to do. Thanks again for watching, and I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Bye for now.